What's going on, Sleepers of Arrakis? How's it going today, guys? Hope you are well. I'm going to be showing you guys the three-tier system of water that I feel like is the best way to progress in your water. There is, starting with the iron tier. Once you get out of the Haga Basin South, you'll notice that you'll start needing a lot of water for your iron production, your steel production. And as you're making your way more north, you'll then be getting into the aluminum and the Duraluminium, which then water becomes a very big nightmare. And if you don't know the right information, the aluminum grind can feel like it lasts forever. And so after the third tier, you're then going to deal with the whole Plastinium, and that's a whole nother monster that you will have to deal with at that point. So, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start with the tier 1, and then we'll work on tier 2, and then tier 3. So, when it comes to tier 1, what I recommend when you're starting to work on your iron production is come over here to the anvil. And by this point, you should have already kind of cleared Haga Basin South a little bit, done some contracts, got some Solari. And you come over here, you speak with the trade guy, and
Still alive.
you just go ahead and outright
We had
just
better.
go ahead and buy the Blood Extractor Mark II. And then I recommend about 3 or 4 of these medium blood sacks. And when you do that, you are going to skyrocket your water production while you're going out to do your other contracts, and it'll make your life a whole lot easier. So I'll just show you a little bit. I'll go to a camp here, and we can show you exactly how easy it is to boost that blood production. So here I have my extractor, and then I have a medium blood sac. And you just go ahead and head on over to anywhere. It doesn't matter where. Just some sort of, maybe you go to an intel spot that you haven't collected yet. And you're going to want to kill some enemies here. So this is a perfect starting camp right here. You just go in. Got some enemies on the top already. You could try to run them over. I always try to at least get 1 or 2. But top out, make sure to kill the big guy first. Always my least favorite to deal with. Activate your shield. And just go to town. Get that parry. Full attack in. And then just like that, you want to use your blood extractor tool. Go down. And then you're getting 2,000 milliliters of blood per body. So then you just keep going up to these guys, keep collecting the blood. Too easy. And then now, you'll be collecting a lot more whenever you go through your science centers, anything like that. You should just kind of make it second nature to just make sure that you are collecting as much blood as you can from the enemies. So then when you have your blood collected, you want to fly back to wherever your base is. And I'll head over there now, so be right back with you guys 1 second. Alright, and once you make it back to your base, you want to go ahead and go over to your blood purifier. You haven't made one yet, it's just in your construction tool. And it will be in refineries. And then you just go ahead and place, you can place multiple of these down. I probably recommend having maybe 2 to 3 blood purifiers. They only cost salvage metal, so one of the easiest resources to get in the game. So, you know, just put about 2 or 3 down. You'll kind of get a feel for how much you actually need, but then you just go ahead and deposit the blood, and the blood will start converting into your water. And then always recommend having the cisterns made as well, just so you can have the excess water. So right now, just this little base can hold 16,000 milliliters of water, with a blood purifier which holds 1,000 just in itself. And then you have the 3 that'll hold, I believe it's 5,000 per. Yeah. So a total of 16,000. And so you can kind of make this work however you feel like, whatever production you have going. More blood purifiers will just make your time spent a little easier. So that's kind of the easiest way that I found in the tier 1 area for making iron and steel. And yeah, on to the second tier. So guys, here in the second tier, what you're going to want to do is, on the time frame, when you by default it is T, and it gives you a time of day in the top right corner. You can kind of see it there. Heat levels 4, radiation 0, but right now it's not the right time to actually collect the dew. So it actually has to be nighttime, and it has to be going to kind of into the morning, when the dew on the plants is most available. And that's kind of like in the Dune books or the movies. If you ever read or seen the movies, you would understand that that is the way that the Dune on Arrakis, that's actually how it works. They go right before the sun rises, and they're out in the fields collecting their water. So that's kind of how that works, and I will be showing you that here in a minute. Before we continue though, I can tell you this: you're going to need a industrial dew scythe Mark IV. Highly recommend crafting one of these out of your production that you've got from tier 1, and then you will have 3 to 4 of these decal leader johns that hold 10,000. Whether you go to craft those, buy those, however you want to go about it, just get yourself three of the decals. You can also do the smaller ones as well, just the leader johns, but you will be getting so much water that it'll be a little annoying to carry that many leader johns on you. So we'll just go ahead and skip to the point where we can start collecting the dew, and I'll show you guys the time and everything like that. So see you guys back in a second. One of the best flowers that you can get. It's right here in Jabba Efrit, in this general area, north of the crashed ship here, south of the quartermaster for Atreides, right here, this rock here. Right, so now we have the correct dew time, as you see in the top right corner. The blue is now in that arrow, and you want to go ahead and take out your dew scythe, and you want to just start collecting this water, and on the right side it will say dew optimal harvest time. So then you just go through each of these flowers, and you're going to be here collecting the water. And the amount of dew that you collect is just so much and so fast with this industrial dew reaper. And you do kind of want to be as fast as you can, just because it's a fast timer on how long that you get to actually collect the dew. So as you can see, already 20,000 milliliters of water collected. 2 of these decaliter johns filled in a matter of, what, less than a minute. So very easy. You just want to keep an eye on that top right where the blue fills up in the arrow, and you could just collect so much water that it's just so nice. And if you don't know about the optimal dew time, and you go out here and it's poor optimal dew time, you will notice the large difference that the game has you do. So yeah, pay attention. Default is T in the top right. When that blue is past the arrow, that's around the time that you want to start collecting it. All right. So then you bring back your water to your base, and unlike the blood where we had deposited, the water is just, you'll be able to access the water right away. So you go out there 2, 3, even 4 deciliter johns, and your base will be absolutely loaded with water, and you can continue that production of aluminum and start working on that Duraluminium as well. Let's show you decals here, deposit, and it just goes straight into there, and you will have massive amounts of water. So yeah, that's going to be the tier 2, guys. It's really simple. Just make sure you're paying attention to that dew time, because it makes your life that much easier. So yeah, we will be going on to the 3rd tier. Alright, so now we've done the tier 1, we've done tier 2, and now we're going to go ahead and work on the tier 3 aspect of our water production. So, as you can see here, we have a couple storages, and these are called the Fremen Death Stills. These are the advanced, all advanced. Now, it's your choice on using advanced, or you can go ahead and do the normal ones. And the only way that you're going to be able to get these Fremen Death Stills, though, is you're going to have to complete your trials. So if you go into your journey here by just hitting your J key by default, you can see that we have all of these trials. 7th trial, Footsteps of the Fremen, and then you wait for Ari to contact you at the end. So you will pretty much automatically be given the craft for the Fremen as soon as this is complete. And it's, you know, very simple.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I'll be doing a guide at some point for the Footsteps of the Fremen, doing that last trial, because it is a little difficult. So I'll be doing a video on that at some point. But yeah, so make sure you get your death still set up, and you're going to want to make sure that you are collecting bodies whenever you kill the AI. Always grab their bodies. If you have a storage on your assault ornithopter or a storage on your scout ornithopter, just always be putting the bodies. Grab a body, put it in your ornithopter, rinse and repeat. Very simple. I will show you guys kind of the method that I use. But yeah, you want to be using these death stills, and it will skyrocket your production going into your tier 3 aluminum. If you just start off with the regular ones, the regular Fremen death stills, that will definitely cover for sure your aluminum and your Duraluminium easy. And then when you get more into the Plastinium ore, you may want to upgrade to the advanced. Just to show you kind of the water production that we are basically always keeping in our base, we are sitting always pretty much at 1 million. Right now we're at 1.6. It's a little bit of our downtime right now, so, but 1.6 is pretty much our average, is what we stay on. Well, more like 1 mil. 1.6 is a bit much right now, just because it's a little bit of downtime right now. But I will be showing you guys the way to collect the bodies, and kind of an efficient way for you to be able to bring those bodies back to your base in no time, and really skyrocketing that tier 3 water production. So yeah, we'll be right back. Alright, so what I recommend for collecting the bodies is you just want to find any sort of intel spot, any open intel spot with a lot of NPCs in it. So here at the quarter house, this is one of my favorite spots. It's got a bunch of enemies, it's got an easy access entrance, and you can get plenty of bodies from here. So you just go ahead and start working on the enemies here. Give them a little stabby stab or shoot them down, whatever you like to do. But like right here, you see I have what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4 bodies already lined up for me. All in this little area. So quick little easy 4 bodies. Pick them up. Oh. So make sure that you definitely have inventory space for this one. The bodies do weigh 75, I don't know, whatever this is, V's. What they use. But a lot of your inventory space, so make sure your inventory is clear. You hold F, pick up the body, put them in your storage. Now there's a couple ways that you can go about this. You can use a buggy if you prefer to use a buggy. You can use a ornithopter, or you can use your sand bike. I prefer to just fly around on an ornithopter. It's just my preference, but you can kind of, work however you want it. But you get your bodies, and you fly back to your base, and you put them in the death still. So I'll show you guys putting bodies into the death still here. Now that we have our bodies, and we have a construction tool, you could go ahead and place down a Fremen death still once you have unlocked that 8th trial. So you want to place a death still, and then once you have one placed, you go ahead and open up a storage, and then you can actually go into your ornithopter and go ahead and just place the bodies directly from the ornithopter into there. It'll save you so much time than running back and forth. And then when you have the bodies, you want to go back into your backpack, put one on you, go into the death still, and deposit the corpse. So this will be 50 minutes, and it'll basically squeeze out the blood, and your water production will skyrocket. So yeah, this is going to be the best way to get blood at a very fast pace in the tier 3 area. So thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave a like and a comment. Also, if you want to know any more future videos that I post, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell for a notification. Thank you guys. See ya. Peace.